We're live. All right. You guys, you ready?
We're ready for this.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Muni Misfits in the morning. We've got one show under our belt. How do you guys feel about the first show so far?
I was nervous. It was like being on the first tee, to open up the year and
No, it
people
wasn't.
standing around.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
So, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the follow button. What else we got, Pace? Do we have Facebook, YouTube? Tell us we're on Twitter, right?
We're not on Twitter. No, not on Twitter.
Okay, we need
comment. Leave a comment.
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
that's right. Okay,
Yep.
Before I get ahead of myself, though, I got to introduce all of us, right? My name's Chris Larson. I'm the head golf professional at Osgood. Look at you turning the camera around. That's solid. To my left here, I've got the head golf professional at Edgewood and Elzegel. GMAC, we call him, Greg McCullough, and then also Matt Cookie. He's the head golf professional at Rose Creek and Prairiewood. Between all three of us, we are the Muni Misfits. So thank you for joining us in this segment, and we are jacked because it is Masters Week. It is the greatest week of golf. So let's dive right in. What do you guys like so far?
I like the way you guys wore green today. Nice job. Pace and I wore green.
I have no green on.
Yeah.
I do feel bad because you kind of got that like azalea type print
do
going on.
that's what I thought.
and you're
Okay,
wearing
that's
green,
kind of what
and
I was going for.
I'm kind of reflecting more of the weather that happened on Tuesday and Wednesday over at Augusta. So, no, it's great.
Okay, so this first segment, all right, we were talking after the pod, or it's not even a podcast, it's a vlog.
It's a vlog.
Vlog, and we wanted to do something interesting. And I don't even know how we came up with this, but we wanted to do a cooking segment. And Pace, miraculously, Pace of Play, by the way, he's our production guy, and he said, yeah, go for it. So we wanted to do a cooking segment, and it was all up to you. So what are we cooking today?
Well,
Matt?
it's Masters Week, of course. And so, I mean, outside of thinking of green jackets and Amen Corner, Tiger, of course, being back, you think of the pimento cheese sandwich. And I'm telling you what, every year I dig out Grandpa George's secret recipe.
No, you don't.
I do. The most awesome recipe for the pimento cheese. So if you've never had this before, I'm telling you, make sure and call your friends now, have them jump on, because you do not want to miss this. And this secret will not be revealed once again. So keep it under your lid, okay?
And this is Cooking with Cookie? Is that what this
Yeah, do
segment
we have
is?
a graphic for this?
We will next week.
Okay.
if he comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else besides pimento cheese.
Cooking with Cookie. Okay, so true to form, we're not organized, but so you didn't get back to me what was in Grandpa George's recipe. So I went to the store and I grabbed just like all of the ingredients that I thought was in like a good pimento cheese. All right, so you tell me if this is like if we're on the right track. Okay, so. Jesus. You owe me, by the way, Cookie. All right. So we got Philly cream cheese. By the way, a pimento cheese sandwich is not on Weight Watchers. Like this is
Some high quality mayonnaise here. Yep. Very important.
Okay. I didn't know what kind of cheese you guys normally use. I went white, extra sharp, and then we also got some Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, extra
Okay.
sharp. Yep. Grated cheese. That's a great. Yep.
Yep. Garlic powder, red cayenne. A little spicy, and then we got, that's like the main ingredient. That's actually pimentos.
Oh yeah, diced pimentos.
Yep. I even got you
You
some.
probably want this in a pimento cheese, don't you?
I think that's,
Yeah.
Yep. Onion powder. We're high class over at the Larson residence. I got Himalayan pink salt. I mean,
wow.
for the gourmet.
Be
And then I
careful
got,
with this.
Okay, so then, sorry if I'm like
You're
reaching
good.
over
No,
here.
you're good.
Okay, so does this look about right?
This is all great. And I've seen some of these other recipes out
Oh,
there.
Wonder Bread.
Oh, of course you got to have Wonder
Yeah,
Bread.
yeah.
Yes, white bread, very good.
Let me just get you started.
But
here.
yeah, I can see. You're gonna layer some of that cheese on the bottom, take
What do
time,
we-
get
what do
nice
we-
and smooth. You're gonna end up throwing some mayo in there and your cream cheese, along with your powders, your salts, and that's and that's all great. Do you realize? It is Masters Week, Chris. Do you really want to waste an hour of your time with this lousy ingredients trying to put together just an average pimento cheese sandwich when I have got the special recipe and the special secret. This reduces time, and it is amazing.
Wow.
Yes. The secret recipe is Kraft's pimento spread. Go grab this at the grocery store. Look how much money you just wasted here.
Well,
This thing right here.
I feel like an idiot.
Pop this baby open. Child. Can I use one of your spatulas here?
I don't know. Can you fit that in there?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Okay, so we got...
You're eating this.
All right, so we slap a little of this pimento.
Hey.
You want everybody out there, you want Cookie to eat this sandwich?
Yeah, hey. Are you going to... How much you... Yeah, keep going.
Oh, you got to get this kind of spread, see
That
here.
was
And,
awful.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kraft.
that's
no.
terrible.
Look at this. So
that Cheese
we
Whiz?
got we got our pimento cheese, Kraft pimento cheese right here.
Yep.
Slap that in
See,
between.
I didn't know if you were going fold over.
Two bread
or
right
if you're-
here.
Yep.
Look at that. I'm telling you what.
You dove right in.
You could grab this, your loaf of bread, on the couch, spread that sucker. You are missing no time whatsoever, and you got yourself the best delicious sandwich.
Can I make you another one?
Once again, Kraft pimento, but don't tell anybody.
And that's cooking with
That's
Cookie.
Cooking with Cookie. Well done, boys.
No, I think I'll be good with one.
Yeah. What does this even smell like? It smells like
Anybody
Cheese
want a
Whiz.
bite?
It smells like Cheese Whiz. This is totally Cheese Whiz with like little flecks of red in it. Wow. All right.
How much did you invest in all this?
I don't know, but I think I might actually make a legit. I might not do Grandpa George's famous recipe, but there you go. All right. Oh my goodness.
I'll have your spatula back.
All right. Well, that and that was Cooking with Cookie.
Seriously, that's good stuff. I might have
Are
that
you
this
serious?
weekend.
All right. I can't believe they actually had that in the store. You know that? Pimento cheese, that's actually pre-made. All right.
I might not be able to talk for a while.
Is it like peanut butter? It's like top of your mouth.
We go.
All right. How do I even segue into the rest of this?
Can I? Oh, how about this?
Yeah.
As I mentioned, being that it was our first show last week,
Yeah.
I felt I was a little bit unprepared and unorganized. So, like I said, when you get in that first tee and you can be a little nervous, you guys don't know because you guys are all just master professionals.
Absolutely.
But every once in a while, you get in that first tee and you're getting those open tee balls and you might hit a whiff or two. All right. So I felt like I had a couple whiffs last week. So if I could have a couple mulligans.
Sure.
I was on my notes. We talked about this afterwards. And the first one I felt bad is that we talked about the DCP, the drive, chip, and putt. We had 4 kids from our Minnesota section that participated. But I also forgot that John Rubis, who's a Fargo South graduate,
Yes. Yep.
his son Lincoln, who they live down in Texas now, also participated. And I want to say, hopefully everybody got a chance to watch that, or maybe they can go back and watch it. Because I think that thing is just the coolest thing in the world, watching the drive, chip, and putt, and watching all these young kids compete. And sorry if I'm showing pimento throughout this whole thing. But Lincoln participated. All the kids did a fabulous job. I mean, what a cool experience for them. And the second thing was, which I thought was a pretty big deal, Scotty Scheffler went from like totally irrelevant, I thought, like a year or two ago. I don't want to say totally irrelevant, to number 1 in the world.
Yeah, and he actually went from 4 to 1 in 1 week, which that I don't think that's happened in a really long. I don't know how long ago that was, but I mean that's a massive move to go from 4 to 1. So
So what do you think? Is the world rankings, is that kind of, are they right on as far as how they do that? I mean, in a short period of time, yeah, he's definitely the greatest player going on. Maybe that's what it's all
I
about.
think they keep tweaking how they figure that out. You know, it used to be 2 years, 1 year, best of 1 year. So I don't know what their exact calculations are, but really he was obviously Ryder Cup, so he was up on the world list anyway. But when you win, how many times has he won? 3? 3 times in 5 weeks or 6 weeks? Yeah, I would think you definitely have to be the number 1 player.
So like going into this, and we'll get into our Masters picks somewhere on this list. But that was kind of for me. I didn't pick him in this year's Masters because thinking about, I mean, he's virtually a rookie. He's like been on tour now, 2 solid years, and going from having all that early success and then going into the Masters, like world number 1, all of that together, all that pressure. I'm going, there is not a shot that he's gonna. I mean, I didn't put him on my list for for anything happening in this year's Masters. But man, it's just a huge mix-up right now as far as the world rankings. So, so what else do you got? Were those your mullies that you had?
That was my 2 mullies. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I could use many more. Lord knows I use like 25 around, but
So the next thing we got. Are we going 2-on, 2-off pace? Or we're going leaderboard. What do you got graphics for?
Leaderboard.
We're going leaderboard. Okay, so that kind of leans right in then. So leaderboard we got is Augusta Day 1 best of. All right. So give me like your 1, your 2 things that happened at Augusta. What are your takeaways? What's on the top of your list this Masters?
You got to go local, right? Tom Hoagie shoots 1 over par. I think the best of for me yesterday was watching him make par on 13. I mean, that was unbelievable par on 13 he made. Hit it off the planet, hit it in play, hit it on the green 60 feet away and drains it for 5. And then he couldn't make another putt the rest of the day. So that's my day 1. It's amazing the way, and again, super small field, so you're always going to kind of get the same guys. But the guys who play well there, play well there. I mean, that was kind of yesterday.
Experience totally pays off. I mean, and how much experience do you think? And I'd love to have Tom on the show, right? But how much experience do you think Tom actually has had with Augusta National prior to this week? I mean, has he had access to it? I mean, I know that
so his brother and his dad and him, I know, played a practice round there. I don't know how much other times he's been there.
Because I've never been there. You guys been there?
we were there in 2010.
Okay. And everyone just talks about how the undulation and the green complexes and stuff, like, you need experience there in order to play well. And I always look to these rookies, and Tom being one of them at Augusta National. Man, that has just got to be a steep learning curve, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think as you look at now, as technology's gotten better, I think you can see a little bit more of that on TV, probably what you used to, but still, it's like amazing until you actually get there. One, really, honestly, it is crazy when you're looking up like number one and you see how high that hill is and you're going back down two. And so the elevation changes is really, there's a lot. It's not subtle, it's a lot.
I do have some Fitbit numbers.
do you?
Tidbits, yes, I do.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
tidbits, right? So one of the guys
Fitbit.
walked around. Okay, now this was 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Right, so he did 9,837 steps.
Okay.
Okay,
So almost.
how many calories would you burn? Normally, not a lot, right?
Well, what does 9,000 steps equate to in
Not sure.
miles?
3.71 miles.
Okay.
I actually have that too.
So I mean, when you run a mile, that's what, like 300 calories? Something? Is that what you're asking? How many calories?
Yeah. So this guy burned 829 calories. That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, so
So the equivalent, almost like not quite running, but just about running as far as on a flat surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
and then floors climbed, right? I mean, the Fitbits have the floors climbed. How many?
So elevation change.
Yep.
I'm going with, he had a total of.
It's hard.
1,000?
It's hard to get that on a golf course,
Right,
right? Because you're
right.
not just doing steps up.
Right.
I mean, is it a total
So
of
it's
like
50 floors.
Oh, 50 floors.
Yep.
So and
That's a lot
It
for a
is.
golf
5
course.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
So those are just little Fitbit tidbits.
Careful with
Tongue
that, right?
twister.
Yeah, careful with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say around here, you're probably barely getting out of the basement. So yeah, honestly, that is a lot.
Yeah.
But and you were talking about the green complexes too, and that's just it's amazing how you need to kind of place your ball in the right spot if you're going to give yourself a chance at all and try to avoid the big numbers. There's a lot of movement, so.
Okay, so that was GMAX. But what do you got, Cookie? What's your top takeaway from this year's Masters? So
I always
far?
love, as soon as I start watching it right away, I think of, places, where we were at, as far as when we were there as spectators. And so it's kind of cool to go, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. But as far as, just highlights from Thursday's round, Cameron Smith, I mean, bookend double bogeys on 1 and 18 and still is leading right now at 4 under.
He's at
correct? Or
second.
Second, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Throws out 8 birdies in there. I mean,
We got him at the
that
top
was
right
just
now.
crazy. And so that was pretty cool there.
Yeah, and even I didn't quite catch the entire press conference, but Cam Smith was saying how he felt like a patron, Did you catch that at all? Did you hear that? He felt like he was a patron out there, and it's hard for him to even. I mean, he gets caught up in the tiger part of it because, like, I mean, it must be just electric there right now, and that kind of leads into my. I'm going vanilla, right? I'm saying that Big Cat. That was my top takeaway. I always considered myself not to be a Tiger fan, but I've quickly finding out I am a Tiger fan, and I am one of those guys that when Tiger's on, I'm watching and I'm invested in it. So we had it on in the golf shop yesterday, and so Christian and I were putting merchandise together, and we're listening and watching when we can, and then when Tiger's on, like the whole brick house, everything at Osgood, you can tell when he drains a putt, it's just like, yeah, everyone is just going nuts. So it's just super hard not to get caught up in the Tiger mania and what he's doing, and just listening to those stats of how crazy this golf course is to walk, and he's doing it. So man, it's fun. It's super fun, man.
Yeah, to think of from, like we talked about last week, from where he was, a little over a year ago, 13, 14 months ago, to a lot of people thinking that maybe not walking, but then not golfing, and then not only golfing, but golfing competitively, being in the hunt. I mean, 1 under par after round 1. It's like, are you kidding me? You can't make that on up.
Right. There was an Instagram post, and it showed like all the guys that Tiger is ahead of, and I'm like, that puts it in perspective. I mean, he's Rory McIlroy, and there was a list of like 5 or 6.
Big names,
and I'm going, geez, this is first tournament back, and he's doing it. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Crazy good. He's crazy good. Yes.
All right, so that's our leaderboard. That's our producer's over here.
He lost. He gave up.
Hey, is our producer
pimento sandwich?
Are you getting Hoagie on right now? Is that what's happening?
I'm trying to.
You got like 2 phones going. Okay.
You won't DM me back.
All right, so that we're gonna next on is our 2 on 2 off. 2 on 2 off. Careful how you say that. 2 on 2 off.
2 on 2 off.
So, Greg, you want to introduce our 2 on 2 off? Why do we call it 2 on 2 off?
We call it 2 on 2 off.
Yeah.
Because of golf carts, 2 wheels on the path, 2 wheels off the path.
Okay.
That's kind of how this whole thing got going. And Pace probably has a picture of all 4 wheels off the path. So
yeah, is that? Did you post that on there? Do we got a graphic?
Yeah, it's on there right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we talked about it last week. Keep your wheels on the path.
A little PSA here.
Little PSA.
Yeah.
Block the beverage cart.
That's right.
We're gonna change it.
So our 2 on 2 off takeaways. What's the highs and lows of the week, boys? What do you got?
You want to do the offs?
Whoa, we're starting negative.
I'll tell you what.
And positive. That's good.
We could go weather, both in Fargo, North Dakota, because this is crazy.
This is nuts.
We were just set up so good, it seemed like. The weather just really tricks us around here sometimes. It seems like we had a lot of snow, and I was thinking, oh, this might not be a very early start this year. And the snow, like, someone just packed it up and took it out of here because it was gone, like, now. And then we're thinking, oh, maybe it's going to be kind of an earlier opening.
Right.
And then now the weather just does not want to roll out of here. And even next week looks lousy. But then also, when you look at Augusta, unfortunately, I feel bad for some of those patrons. Like Tuesday, they got kicked off the golf course early.
Yep.
Yesterday, they got kicked off early. And so it looked like Thursday was a nice day. Hopefully, it sounds like it's going to be windy today, but maybe we'll be rain-free at Augusta. And maybe we'll finally get some sun around here.
Right. God, it looks beautiful out here right now. This is kind of feels nice being in the.
Well, we're at Butler Cabin.
We didn't even.
We're at Butler. We're at Butler Cabin. We couldn't really say we were at Butler Cabin until now, because now the sun is up.
It's
right. We're just outside the practice area. Right. We see Tom Hoagie hitting some balls and some chips and some putts here. So. Pace is waiting for the DM from Tom. We can just go grab him and pull him in before he hits the first tee.
So, what are our other offs then? Do we have any other offs? I put on here as my notes. I put in, who the hell came up with pimento cheese? It's like the fruitcake of golf. And honestly, I think you just validated that.
You did validate that. Although now we have the secret recipe, so it's out there. I mean, don't tell anybody, but it's out there.
I think there is kind of a story though, and I don't know if the pimento cheese necessarily is infamous as far as like in the Carolinas.
Infamous, good word.
But but I think they had someone that was making that sandwich for a long, long time and really did have the secret recipe.
So,
And I think that went to the grave with him. And so now I think they've kind of went in and out.
We have fake cheese sandwiches now.
Well, I think Augusta's doing it all in-house now.
that cheese spread, there's definitely fake stuff in there. That's
plastic?
Not, yeah, exactly.
So I think Augusta
that
may be
poured
doing
a little, or that smeared a little too well, I think.
I think Augusta's doing it all in-house now, seriously. And I think it is the cook recipe.
Really?
I think so.
So, do we have any comments yet? Is it too early for comments?
You see the guy? You see the guy in the concessions in the back room? He's got the $1.50.
Because I want to know in social media land, has anyone had a legit pimento cheese, or even the Master's special pimento cheese? Okay, and would you eat it again, or is it one of those things that is truly like a fruitcake, and you eat it just because? Have you had a fruitcake?
I don't think I've ever had a
But you're eating it just because it's tradition, all right? And I truly think that the pimento cheese is one of those things where you just eat it, you just grit through it because it's just tradition. I don't think it's...
I would say that. I think if I was to get back to the Masters, I would definitely...
You didn't do it the first time?
I don't think I did. Because one, I'd like,
You're
what the
too
heck is
busy
a
walking
pimento cheese
fast,
sandwich?
heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe.
I'm kind of that guy that just plays it safe all the time at the restaurant. It's like,
Shocker.
That looks kind of cool, but no, I'm going to kind of go this lane.
Cheeseburger fries?
Cheeseburger fries.
cheeseburger. So...
At a fine steakhouse, cheeseburger fries.
The other one that's on the Masters menu is the egg salad. That's the one that's the stinky sandwich, right? But it's good. I would order, I think, the egg salad over.
I would, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which leads us on to the ons. I've got that as one of my ons, is the fact that in this day and age, when we're looking at like a CPI increase of 7% and the inflation is going through the roof and people are buying toilet paper like it's going out of style, I've got the Masters menu not affected by inflation. Because do we have a graphic? Do we have a graphic on that Masters menu?
We got a comment.
Oh!
We did.
So Doug Baker said he's tried it for traditional sake, and he'd do it again.
There we go.
again.
There we go.
All right. Thanks,
Doug, I'll be over after this with my secret recipe. You and I will enjoy some pimento cheese. Think of it this though. If you go to that Kansas City Chiefs game.
Yes.
Now you go to the Minnesota Twins game. You got $10 in your pocket.
Yes.
What are you getting?
Nothing.
You can't get anything.
Half a bag of peanuts. Maybe the bun from a hot dog.
Seriously though, maybe if you guys got like maybe a
Coke.
small Coke, you might get to
Yep.
split that with Susan or something like
Yep.
that, and that'll be your $10.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 straws.
So
1 Coke.
I come up there. I'm at the Masters concession. I am feeling hungry.
Yeah.
Tradition, I got to get the pimento cheese. I got a pimento cheese. I'm going to get some chips. Yep, potato chips, definitely. Fresh brewed iced tea. Now, that seems like Southern. You got to have fresh, okay. Bottled water, you just, got to have an extra one to pack because all those miles we just talked about, yeah, I'm going to be dehydrated fast. Mini moon pie. Moon pie, I found out a guy that worked for me from the Carolinas.
Okay.
Got to have moon pie, okay? So I'm going to have a mini moon pie.
I also have beef with moon pie, but keep going.
Okay.
Moon pie.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I should be a little bit healthy for my wife's sake. So I'll have like a banana and some apple slices.
Did you total all this? Did you total it all up?
Yeah, I got $10. It's $10.
That does not get you.
That's $10.
Even for the Master. Is that possible?
That's $10 today.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah. If you look at, I don't know if Pace has got those graphics, but in 2010.
Pace might need to fact check that. That seems still, even for the Masters, that seems like you can't get all of that for $10.
Add it up, Pace.
Are you fact checking that?
$30. I don't know.
Pimento cheese, $1.50. Chips, $1.50.
You did do your homework.
Fresh brewed iced tea, $2. Bottled water, a little overpriced, $2. Mini moon pie, $1. Bananas, $1.
That's crazy.
Sliced apples, $1. Wow. $10.
Even for the Masters,
I am set for the
amazed.
day. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that is
they're
nuts.
totally losing money there, right?
You know-
they're making money on everything else, but they're totally losing money on that.
Yeah, they've talked, how inflation is horrible as far as going on right now. It's not a funny deal. So you can tell from the Masters too, because I think since 2010 there was I think bottled water went up from $1.50 to $2. So it's gotten kind of crazy. So I got to get there pretty soon. It's going to cost me $15 fill myself up.
Okay, so I'd say in the comments and suggestions, what is, if those people that have been to the Masters, what would be that, if you had $10 in your pocket, how are you spending it? If that goes for anybody, go ahead, comment on the on YouTube, Facebook. We're not on Twitter yet. Pace, what are we doing here?
I'll work on it.
Okay, thank you. What else we got for ons right now?
Well, you can purchase your season passes online at
Oh,
fargogolf.net.
company man.
We always
Plug
hope
in.
that everybody kind of goes and does that.
Yep.
You can also purchase them at the golf shops. Rose Creek, Osgood, Edgewood have hours open. So fargogolf.net and
Or you can
information, or you can purchase them online. Yep, any information you need about upcoming openings. And we don't have any information on upcoming openings, even though last week, who was open? You were open last week? Oh, you were both open last week. That's right, April 1st, right?
Yeah.
So always go out there and check updated information on fargogolf.net.
You're so good.
That's my NPR publicity.
Wow.
Publicity.
I kind of feel bad as the new guy that I didn't come up with that nice little. I mean, that was solid. You have been working at this PR stuff.
23 years.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Well, way to go, G-Man.
23
Throw that in
years,
there.
Yep.
So, and then for ons, obviously we already talked Tiger's back. We don't need to keep on hammering that. But the other one that we were talking about too is, Steve Kennedy for an on. I mean, he's on the hallowed grounds, and being able to be with his ex-player, former player, that's got to be special.
He was so pumped before he left, he could hardly even stand it. Which he should be, right?
Yeah.
And I think his son Mason went with him, Matt. Great opportunity to be at the Masters, and then all of a sudden you get to be with a player that you coached, in high school before the wave hit.
Yeah, all Mason could say when I texted him, they said, what did you think? And he just said, wow. Wow. And that kind of explains it all. From the moment you kind of just get through that gate and you want to just sprint, and of course you can't. You got to walk. You can fast walk, but you got to walk. And, just when you kind of enter and you'll go by the concessions or the merchandise tent, and you get right there by the first tee. And the one thing I didn't really realize, when I got down there is just how open that area is right away, with 1 and 9 and 18, 10. That whole thing is just a huge open area. And so you see massive amounts of people there. And he had a great experience, and I'm sure Steve did too. So it'll be fun to get them maybe next week or the following, as far as to talk about their experiences.
Plug. Hey, if you guys are watching, we'd love to have you on. The other funny thing I saw on social was with Mason. I think one of his buddies had commented like, "Hey, if you're there, get me a golf." Did you see that?
I saw that.
Get me a golf ball, and then the comment below was like, "I am not going through that mess one more time." So that Masters tent. If you've been, so what was the merchandise tent like?
Well, I don't know if it's changed much, but in 2010, it's actually like, it's tight, it's big. There's a lot of stuff in there, and there's a ton of people going on in there, and so it is. It's crazy.
So how many people are asking you for things when you go to the
right
and say, hey, pick me up a logo bulb? I would imagine, since it's just a once in a lifetime deal, do they have grocery carts there? Like, are people like walking? Seriously, like I would think that some people are checking out with just massive amounts of stuff.
Unlike the food concessions, the merchandise concession is a little more expensive.
Yeah.
So
Is
$10 probably is, you're walking out probably nothing.
Okay.
So you might have a Master's tea.
All right. Any other for 2 on 2 off? I think that was a solid segment, guys. So running into are we loaded up for a funny video at all?
I'm trying to get it working, so give me like 3 more minutes.
Okay. So I think we'll go into our pick 3 segment. You guys ready for the pick 3?
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
So this was we're developing these bits as we go. Okay. And after this show, we'll probably develop some other things. But this pick 3, this is a pick a player to win, a player to, and this is it's got to be in the Masters field. Okay. This year's Masters field. And they have to be a player. All right. Does that limit your picks now? Are you guys still okay? Everyone's still intact?
I think so.
Okay. Pick 3 from this year's Masters field that you want to win. Pick one that you want to play with, and then also pick one you just want to hang with. Okay. And are they three different ones, or are they all the same?
3 different.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. I did.
They're all the same?
No, different.
3 different.
All 3 different.
Who's on first? All right.
Yes.
All
Why
right.
don't you go first, Chris?
Me? I get to go
let's
first. Okay. So player to win, which I don't know. I don't know your guys' picks right now, but I went hometown favorite. I went Tom Hoagie because there'd be a ticker tape parade downtown Fargo. This would be so rad to see Tom win it. Do I think he's going to win it? God, he's got to overcome just a lot. But he definitely has the game to do it, and I think it would, for the community, for him, it would just be awesome to see him win it. So, pick to win, Tom Hoagie. Do we want to go all around who we want to win and then circle back to the other, or do we want to...
You're the lead.
You're
guy.
driving this golf cart.
Yep, the bus.
All right,
the
so I
bus
want to
is
know
yours.
who you guys want to win. All right, so I want to know who you have.
To win?
To
Of
win.
course, I pick Tom Hoagie as
Okay,
well.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Tom. I want you to win very bad, and I know you've got the capability
He's
to pull
not on
this
our show
off.
now because of you.
However, I'm going with Cameron Smith. And part of the reason I'm going with Cameron Smith is, like, right now, for one, he's got lowest stroke average on tour. His history, I mean, the last 4 years, he's got, I think he's at a tie for second, a tie for fifth, a tie for 10th.
So is that why you want him to win?
Oh, this is who who we want to win.
Yeah, this is you're
sorry.
picking who you want to win.
Well, I want Tom to win.
This just
Who do I
in.
think is going to win? Cam Smith.
Okay, got it. All right, so this is like this is personally who you want to win.
And they've got to be in the field, so I can't pick myself. Okay. Gotcha.
All right, hey, solid pivot there. That was nice, Cookie.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right.
I'm going to listen a little closely now.
That's all right. That's how you read it, right?
And that's how I read it.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Want to win.
Tom, you're my man.
Pace, who do you want to win?
Tom, obviously.
Okay.
But, who do I? Tiger, right? I mean, you got to go with Tiger. But I'm taking him. I'm taking Simon.
Okay.
So.
But you have a
And
vested
you have an
interest.
investment in.
Yeah.
in
Yes.
You have an investment.
I was tiptoeing that line. I didn't know if we could actually.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
How
many nuggies? No, we won't say. All right.
How
so,
cool would it be if both Tom and Tiger played just really well today? Well, even if they played great, if they got paired together.
My
Because, they already have
gosh.
that. Wouldn't it be fun for Tom to go, who are you again? Because you remember the whole deal as far as the
Is that a
whole,
sandwich?
Yeah.
Isn't that a sandwich? A hoagie?
They asked Tiger, like, do you know the Tom Hoagie
No.
ever played with Tiger? He's like,
Not a clue.
what's a hoagie?
Yeah, what's... Anyway.
Jeez. But yeah, that'd be a community holiday. I don't think anyone would be working, right? If we had those guys paired up together on like a Masters Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I mean, think
guy
about it
can
now.
dream.
This yesterday and today have got to be the two lowest producing days for the American worker outside of the NCAA opening
Correct.
round.
Yep.
I mean, so
Totally
it's like,
agree.
regardless if they're in the final or not. And a
And
lot of people.
Masters.com isn't doing us any favors either with
Oh,
like
no.
Amen Corner, and you got the driving range, and you got all these screens going on. Like, what are we actually supposed to do? Anything other than watch this now?
We seriously had at least 40 to 50 people into the golf shop yesterday as they were doing their men's club dues and some buying season passes. And the question, of course, was, what are you guys doing this afternoon? You're going to go back and watch the Masters? Well, we're at work, but we'll be having it on. I'm not going to call out those names, but I'm just telling you that
Yeah.
there was probably not a lot of work going on yesterday afternoon.
All right, rolling in to player that in the field that you'd most want to play with. You get to play around at golf. Who do you want to play with? I went with Jack Nicklaus, honorary starter. He's still technically in the field, Masters champion, 6-time champion. I just feel like as far as the guys that are out there, he'd have an awesome story to tell, and man, that'd be a fun time to play golf with. So I went with Jack. What'd you guys go with?
Oh, I went with Tiger. I think it'd be cool to play with Tiger Woods.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah. I thought you'd go that way. I thought someone would
Of
go that
course
way,
you did.
so I didn't go that way.
This is
So-
what now. This is
You're a
no,
contrarian.
Matt.
You're not a contrarian.
This is a player you want to play with.
No, I do. But that was a
Okay.
hard one because there
All
was 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or
You'll get one.
20. I
You'll
know.
get one.
And so I went with Rory McIlroy. I think he'd just be a lot of fun. You know, he's awesome, very great player. Tiger would be great too. I mean, it would be just great to play with him. Nicklaus would be awesome to play with. Once again, you got two probably best players of all time. But just on the fun factor, and also you get a guy that's very capable of golfing his golf ball.
Right.
I'd go with Rory.
Yeah. Love it. And all the international or the Euros. The Euros seem like they would be. I would enjoy playing golf with any of those guys that are on the Euro. They seem like they got just awesome personalities, and you'd have a blast out there. So.
Yeah, Rory and I would be cracking Guinnesses. He would need a lot of them after trying to chase my ball through Augusta. But
all right, third. Last question here. Player to hang with. You're guy that you may go play golf with, but for the most part, this is just someone that you're gonna just have a solid hang session with. You're gonna watch the Masters with. All right. So I went with the Twitter sensation Max Homa. So seen him on No Laying Up and some of the other stuff, and he's so quick-witted, and he's got so many one-liners, and I don't know. He's hilarious. So I went with Max Homa. I think he's just a great personality.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. What do you got?
I got Kevin Kisner.
Oh yeah,
Kiz.
solid play.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got a reputation. Good old Southern boy. I think it'd be awesome to hang with him.
For sure.
Yep.
I think it'd be cool to kick back, have some brews and some pimento cheese. But Harold Varner. I think Harold Varner.
Oh, there you go.
I think he'd be a lot of fun. That'd be another guy that would be fun to play with as well. But
Did you catch his interview after the par 3 contest?
I don't think I.
So he's a big Duke fan, right? And so
now I know that I would get along with him well.
Are you a Duke fan?
I am.
Gosh.
How can you not?
Oh, they
be?
do.
They did very well.
So this
They did very well.
so this leads into this. So he's big Duke fan, and he had a bet with Michael Jordan that if North Carolina ended up beating Duke, that he'd have to wear Tar Heel blue at the par 3 contest. So they were interviewing him, and they're like, Harold, this is kind of a new look for you. Like, you're wearing this Tar Heel blue, and he's like, seriously, I lost a bet. This is the only reason I'm wearing this, and it was just hilarious. You could tell he wanted to get the heck off of Augusta National as quick as possible so he could take that Tar Heel blue off. But it was so funny. So I wholeheartedly agree. He sounds like a cool dude.
Yeah, I think he would.
It is amazing. You see little trinkets of Michael Jordan on PGA Tour players, and you can almost bet there was a bet that they had with Michael that they lost.
Sure.
So, I mean, if you see guys wearing shoes that have or stuff like that. So there's always little things at the tour players because they like to play with Michael because Michael likes to bet.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, that's a solid segment. We might have to keep this pick 3 segment. Let us know. Hey, comment on this, folks. Let us know who you want to win, who you want to win this year's Masters, who you want to play with, and then who you want to hang with. Love to hear you guys' comments. See if they are anything different than we had. Comment. Do we have any more comments? Is it just Dougie Baker?
Just Dougie Baker.
Yeah, he's our number 1 subscriber.
Dougie's been up since about 5 a.m. waiting for us to come on air.
I love Doug. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for commenting, but let's get some more on there. So, are we primed for our funny video? We got a thumbs up by Pace over there. So, we just have one funny video, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, leading into have you guys seen this funny video?
I have not.
I have not.
You've not seen it?
I have not yet.
So, it is. I think I got one of these. Oh yeah, check that out. See that?
I hit the picker.
Hit the picker sticker, okay? I don't know if we still got more of those, but everybody loves to hit the picker. Do you love to hit the
I
picker?
love to hit the picker, especially when I'm in it.
I've got the sticker that says I've got hit while in the picker.
Yeah. So everyone loves to hit the picker. No one is immune to that. Everybody loves to hit the picker, including Tiger Woods. So do you want to run that?
Yep. Right now.
All right. I can't see anything.
Yeah, this is gonna be weird because you guys can't see it.
I can't see it.
He just swung, and now they're laughing.
All right. So everybody loves to hit the picker, and this is at Augusta, right? He's on the driving range. When I saw that, I was like, "This is epic!" Like Tiger knocking down the picker. So let us. Hey, if you got any comment or videos, can we get people to actually submit their hitting the picker?
Yeah. Sent any of the.
Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Like
Yeah.
epic hitting the picker videos.
Right.
You guys all right with that?
Sure.
I'm trying to think how this is going to backfire on us right now, but
I'm not going to be able to get any kids to pick the range any longer. But
No doubt going to backfire on you.
oh my gosh, it's a firing squad out there. All right, we're stacked 40 kids just trying to hit picker. All right. Anyways, so what else do we have, guys?
So, a little update on golf courses and
Yes.
things like that, right? FargoGolf.net. You'll have the latest information.
Company guy.
Nothing is open as of yet. Obviously, the forecast for the next 8 days isn't great, but that can change too. So, keep checking FargoGolf.net to get updates. Nobody's open. No ranges are open. We talked to Jason Spitzner last week. He gave us some great information about why maybe we can't be open yet. We got a lot of moisture this week. I know up here we have a lot of standing water, but we look forward to kind of this week, look forward to seeing some kind of update, whether that's we're going to wait till this date or this date. So that's about all we have for golf course openings.
Yeah, you're no fun.
I'm no fun. No fun, Greg. I get that a lot.
Black Cloud.
Black Cloud.
All right.
I get that a lot too.
And so I at this point, I think we're going to kind of wrap around up. But I just want to say, this show's fun, man. I'm having a good time with you guys. This is a blast, and thank you for letting us in on Grandpa George's famous recipe. Yeah. So I will not be enjoying that recipe later on. That looked a little suspect, to say the least. So yeah. So I'm getting. What was that?
follow the golf courses on Facebook.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Follow the golf courses on Facebook.
So on Facebook, are we on Instagram?
No, not yet.
Follow the
there.
golf courses on Facebook.
All right.
And the Muni Misfits in the morning on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, right. So we're expanding now. So next week, what do
We are
have
not
anything?
live next week.
That's
Just
right.
so everybody, Doug, we're not live next week. But we'll tape something and it'll be up Friday morning at 7 a.m., I'm assuming, Pace. Is that all right with you?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're going to monitor the comments and all that too, so people can go
Yep.
ahead and still comment and do all that good stuff.
And
so.
if you have ideas for us, again, right, hole-in-ones, we haven't
Ooh.
played a lot, but hole-in-ones that you get as golf courses start to open, we'll start doing tips once we get outside. Anything else that you'd like to hear or see, let us know.
That would be epic. If we could get some hole-in-one
Yeah.
videos on here, that would be sweet.
And even if you don't have the video, if you know, when you make a hole-in-one, you know, Matt will make his April, whenever we open,
Sure.
20th. Oh, actually, April
Oh.
8th. Actually, April 18th, maybe.
You're
I'll
putting
let you
dates-
think about that
you're
one.
putting dates out there.
No, those are not
Oh,
dates
that's
we're
scary,
open.
That's
It's
scary.
not dates we're open.
I just like, ooh, all right, dates. All right, perfect. Guys and gals, thank you for bearing with us, watching the live stream. If you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. I think there's a follow. There's all sorts of stuff. So anyways, thank you. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. It is the greatest weekend in golf. So enjoy it. And we are going to see you next week. Thanks a lot. We're out.